a more psychotic tag team than Tank and Scottie Wrenn? I think not. They're going to town on Iceberg and all that Adam Jacobs.
Tank and Scottie Wrenn going to town on Jacobs and the Iceberg. Here your main event this week. Little glimpse for the future, a little taste of things to come for Freedom Fight 2002 and the War Games match.
And Tank and Scottie Wrenn are doubling up on Iceberg, and it'll take two of them to knock that man down. What will it take, short of a nuclear explosion?
Two of them didn't do it. A clothesline by Scottie Wrenn didn't do it. A Mafia kick by Tank just might have done it.
I think I did the trick. The Iceberg somehow gets through the second and third ropes. And all that Adam Jacobs goes careening over that top. An unintended plancha, at least as far as Adam Jacobs is concerned, onto his tag team partner. The match is young, certainly, but things are certainly going the way of the tag team of the Ticking Time Bomb and the Tankster.
Well, the NWA Elite Camp is in a whole hell of a lot of trouble. Down to three members in the War Games match. And now, Jacobs and the Iceberg getting it handed to them by Scottie Wrenn and Tank.
You know, if things go the way of Scottie Wrenn and Tank and the rest of their team, well, it's not really even a team. It seems to be now that the man who ends up the lone survivor of War Games will become the new Wildside heavyweight champ. So teams are kind of a null issue.
All that Adam Jacobs and Tank. They've had their rivalry over the past few weeks here in Wildside. It started out by locker room boasting by all that Adam Jacobs, saying Tank was simply a brawler, a punching kicker. He can only pick up furniture and hit you with it, or cut you with a murder weapon, a stabbing object. He said Tank couldn't wrestle. Tank proved him wrong. We found out that Tank had amateur wrestling credentials coming from the University of Iowa, as well as competing on the U.S. Amateur National Freestyle Team.
And something somewhere happened along the line that turned Tank into a complete psychopath.
Well, if you can cut somebody or you can out-wrestle him, I'm a violent guy. I prefer to cut him. I mean, if I'm Tank, that's what I'm thinking.
You stay over there. You stay over there, Dan.
Well, which is going to have more permanent effect? You got to ask Tank. He had the sickle.
Well, in all honesty, I mean, you want to bring the sickle, you want to bring the amateur wrestling, you want to bring everything to the game. And who would ever have known that Tank had half of that arsenal available to him? And we only found out here in recent weeks that Tank could pull off that too. But there's no discounting the sickle-wielding maniac side of Tank, and I think that's probably the most dangerous side of the two.
Kip up by Jacobs, dug of a clothesline, Nagi Sateru.
Ouch.
Wheelbarrow German suplex by Tank. And Tank stretching out all that Adam Jacobs.
Tank is grapevine the entire top half of Adam Jacobs, only to have quarter ton plus of Iceberg break things up.
All that Adam Jacobs. Couple of shots to the head of Tank. Reversal by Tank. Jacobs comes back. Power slam by the man from the Garden State. Big elbow drop. And a tag made into the Ticking Time Bomb.
You know, I mean, Adam Jacobs is definitely a well put together athlete, but among these monsters, Adam Jacobs almost looks small. Bizarre.
Scottie Wrenn charging in avalanche on all that Adam Jacobs.
The Ticking Time Bomb, who seems to be in Ticking Time Bomb mode 24/7.
Scottie Wrenn wants the Iceberg. And it seems that these two athletes have been on a collision course. The stars line, it's destined for them to somewhere meet one-on-one in the future. Because of their similar track records, their parallel paths to success here in Wildside, both men deemed unstoppable. Both men deemed unable to feel pain. Big right hand by the Iceberg. There's one for Scottie Wrenn. There's one for the Iceberg. Scottie Wrenn goes to the old-fashioned rake of the eyes.
The old equalizer, one of many.
Reversal by the Iceberg. Scottie Wrenn comes back. Sidewalk slam.
Coming from Iceberg, that is the whole sidewalk.
Could he be going for the ground zero splash?
Oh dear.
No, he drops an elbow.
Very Abdullah-like, and I think I know where he got that one from.
2 count only.
He dropped that elbow like a house of ribs.
Of course, we do know Iceberg was protéged by Abdullah the Butcher. He turned on Abdullah and defeated him and pinned him. One of the few men to ever do that. He holds a pin over Abdullah the Butcher, and he holds a pin over Mr. Pogo, as well as having dominated damn near the entire NWA Wildside roster. He ended White Trash's career. The Iceberg has been one of the most dominant and just sociopathic, murderous figures in the history of the company. Here comes the Iceberg!
Oh! I believe when Ivan Koloff admitted that mood, he didn't quite have the end effect quite like that when quarter-ton plus of Iceberg goes thundering across the back. The ticking time bomb. Beautiful drop kick from all that Adam Jacobs.
2 count only. It's going to be speed versus power here all the way with Jacobs and Wrenn. If Jacobs wants to incapacitate Scottie Wrenn, he's going to have to be dirty and he's going to have to stick and move. And being dirty fits right into his game plan. Tag made into the 600-pound no-paint train.
The Harbinger of Sorrow is bringing his A game here this evening. I've never seen anybody handle Scottie Wrenn quite with the success that Iceberg is doing tonight here on Wildside.
The Iceberg in control, stepping on the throat of Scottie Wrenn, and that would crush the head of a normal man. But the ticking time bomb, Scottie Wrenn has proven through his history in Wildside that he's no normal man. He's practically superhuman.
Hell, he's abnormal. Let's face facts.
Dug of a clothesline by Scottie Wrenn, dug of an elbow. He comes off the ropes, high cross body by the ticking time bomb, flying around like a cruiserweight.
Did I see Iceberg go down?
That you did.
One of the rarest occasions here on Wildside.
It's a handful, under a half a dozen times.
Yeah.
The Iceberg has left his feet.
One of life's many wonders.
All that Adam Jacobs, now a big man after he's been crushed by the Iceberg. Dug of a clothesline by Jacobs, super kick.
I guess not.
Going back to the top.
Terrific.
And it fails him yet again.
You're 0 for 2 in this one, Jacobs.
Superplex by the ticking time bomb.
And Red is only just a couple of feet away from the tagging hands of the sickle-wielding maniac Tank. But does Red have any idea where in the ring he is? I think not. Crowd firmly behind Red with the cries of tick, tick.
All that Adam Jacobs is to his feet. Psycho Scottie Slam! And that would have been all she wrote for Jacobs, but the Iceberg is in there to break it up. Here comes Tank.